What's up everyone, and welcome back to Top 5 Central. Today we're looking at the top 10 pets you won't believe exist part 2. Now just a quick mention that this is a series we do on our channel just about every single week, so if you guys want a shout out, make sure you comment a suggestion and we'll do it in next week's episode. Anyways, with that said, let's get right into the video. Number 10, the alligator Rambo. Now I'm pretty sure most people will be absolutely horrified to find an alligator living in their house, but this woman's scaly friend is basically a part of their family. The worst part is, I'm dead serious. This lady adopted Rambo the gator as a baby from a man who kept him in a dark closet for months on end, making him way too sensitive to see light, meaning that it'd be almost impossible for him to live outside. Now he wears adorable little outfits to protect him from the sun, and lives in the house like any normal dog would, even if his teeth are way sharper, and well, he could probably eat a baby in one bite.
Just kissing him like a baby. Wow.
Now he'll hold it open until I put him on my shoulder or I tell him to close.
And then he'll close it.
Number 9, the hippo Jessica. So I know Jessica sounds like a pretty normal name, but trust me, this special girl is anything but ordinary. Like, Jessica sleeps on the porch with the dogs and enjoys a good swim like any normal family pet, but with one big twist, she's a freaking hippo. So yeah, the backstory is she was found by a couple when her mom abandoned her as a newborn, and she's been a part of the family ever since. However, it's not as unreasonable as you might think. The family that actually adopted her lives right on some kind of lake, so Jessica just kind of shows up whenever she wants, like attention or food, and basically just walks right into the house. I mean, having a pet hippo would be kind of cool, but just make sure you don't have any expensive lamps on tables, because I'm sure it get knocked over super fast.
Sometimes she sleeps on the porch with the dog. But at dinner time, she pops into the kitchen to eat with the family.
Oh, lekker is te lekker, mijn liefie.
Maak pa lekker bek, my liefie.
Oh, good grief. This is unbelievable.
On the
Number 8, the dog Pig. So usually dogs are a pretty normal pet. I mean, almost every family has one, but I'm pretty sure no one else in the world has a dog quite like this. Like, it's not just the name Pig that makes this dog super unique either, it's mostly his looks, because it's safe to say he doesn't look like any other dog on Earth. Basically, Pig is part boxer, part chow chow, and part American Staffordshire Terrier, and this gives him a body so out of proportion that he looks almost like a cartoon character. With that said, his family doesn't seem to mind his ultra squished up body. In fact, they say it makes them love him even more. Number 7, the cats Frankie and Louie. Okay, so everyone's heard the saying that 2 heads are better than 1, but honestly, I don't think it's ever been more perfect than in this situation. I mean, Frank and Louie made the Guinness Book of World Records for being the longest surviving Janus cat, which means that not only are they super adorable, but they also have 2 faces. It's actually a really sad story too, because they were brought to a vet when they were just 1 day old to be put down, but the vet actually refused to give up on them. And now they've been eating cream and chasing mice like any other cat for 12 whole years.
Just recently made the Guinness World Records for the longest surviving Janus cat. He has 2 faces. It's a very rare condition, and it's even more rare that they survive.
Number 6, the squirrel Tommy Tucker. Now, when you think of ultra fashionable animals, you probably don't think of squirrels, but if this story proves anything, it's that you probably should. I mean, Tommy Tucker the squirrel was abandoned by his mother before he even opened his eyes, so he probably wasn't gonna have the best life, but Mrs. Mark Bullis changed all that when she decided to save him. So yeah, even though he's a squirrel, she gave him food and shelter on just one condition. He had to dress nicely, and since it was the 1940s, that meant a crazy amount of coats, dresses, and hats for any occasion. What do you guys think about this though? Do you think dressing up animals is a good or a bad thing? Because on one hand, you have like animal abuse issues, and on the other, it's just you caring about them, so I'm really not sure how to feel about it. Number 5, the fat cat Ulrich. Okay, so I think we could all agree that Garfield is probably the most famous fat cat in the world, but I've got to be honest with you guys, I think this kitty could easily give him a run for his money. Like, Ulrich the cat weighs over 2 stone or about 28 pounds, which is about the same as a 3-year-old child, and no amount of dieting can seem to get the extra blubber off him. Well, the crazy thing is, the owners actually got a tiny little puppy to chase Ulrich around the house, and that seems to be the only thing making him significantly lose weight. With that said, Ulrich really is a huge cat, so I hope he loses some weight soon, or else it could lead to a lot of consequences. Number 4. The dog Wendy. So I know Wendy the Whippet sounds like a super cute name for a dog, but trust me, this pup is more like the Incredible Hulk than an adorable little companion. I mean, don't get me wrong, her personality is really gentle, but a genetic defect means she constantly looks ready to fight crime or leap into the ring for a wrestling match. Like, Whippets are famous for being skinny and sleek, but this one is double muscled, which means she has a huge bowling shoulders and a crazy thick neck, as well as a full 24-pack stomach. I mean, geez, as if it couldn't have gotten worse, this dog probably lifts more than all of us, so damn, there goes my self-esteem.
No, this isn't Mr. Universe. This is the Conan of canines. Meet Wendy, one brawny bully whippet. Nope, she's not on steroids. In fact, Wendy's perfectly healthy. Her booming body is all due to a rare genetic mutation.
Number 3. The cat Pixel. Okay, let's be real, there's nothing cuter than a baby animal, and the smaller they are, the more likely they are to melt our hearts. With that said, this cat takes things to a whole other level, because not only is she just 5 inches tall, but she's likely to stay that way forever. I'm not even joking, Pixel is a super small munchkin cat whose mom Fizzgirl held the record for the smallest cat in the world, but now it looks like her daughter is stealing the crown, since I mean look at this thing, it's literally the size of a freaking Coke can. Number 2. The cat Matilda. Now this cat might not be cute in the normal way, but that hasn't stopped her from gaining thousands of adoring fans, and it's not hard to see why. I mean, Matilda was born in the house of a hoarder who couldn't look after her, and a few weeks into her life, both her and some of her brothers and sisters started to develop the same strange quirk. To kinda explain it as quickly as I can, the lenses of her eyes have detached, making her look like a cat from a crazy sci-fi outer space movie. I mean, I have to admit, it's, well, a little weird, but personally, I love it, because I think she looks super unique, and her owners say that they love having a cat that looks like it just stepped off a spaceship, and that's kind of a win-win for me too. Number 1. The polar bear Aggie. Okay, when you think of animals that are way too dangerous to keep as a pet, polar bears are probably near the top of your list, and if they're not, then they probably should be. However, that hasn't stopped this guy from making a friend for life, even if it is with a bear over 7 feet high. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but Mark the owner shares everything with Aggie the polar bear, even his swimming pool and his bed. Even cooler, he could even get her to wrestle with him and put his head in her mouth, which he says no one else should try, and I have to say, I totally agree.
Like millions of people around the world, Mark Dumas loves nothing more than to take a morning swim. But for him, there is a rather massive difference as Mark swims with a polar bear.
And there's our video on the top 10 pets you won't believe exist. If you enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave a like down below and subscribe so you see whenever I upload a video. Also, if you have your own top 5 or top 10 idea, feel free to search me a handy form in the description to submit it. With that said, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.